All right, Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and salutations to the elect, the house of David, on down to the believers on the word through the prophets, as pursuant to John, the 17th chapter and the 20th verse. All right, those who believe on down to the women, all right, who will be saved as the women at the time of Noah and the flood were saved, all right. And the children, all right, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will have mercy on, all right, who will get that first dominion. All right, so today I wanted to go into this topic of the 1,000-year period, what will happen to Esau after the 1,000-year period, and go into those scriptures, and hopefully you brothers and sisters are edified. You know, there's a doctrine going around that the Edomites will always be around, and we're going to show you thoroughly in the scriptures that that is a false statement. All right, so we're going to start off, and I'm going to try to be as thorough and precise as possible. I had too many precepts, so I had to narrow it down to the ones that just hit the points, and I'm going to try to hit this point because it's a very, very broad topic. It was even broader than I thought. When going into it, I thought I could just, but this is a puzzle, man, and it's beautiful that we are coming back into the understanding of who we are, and getting the revelations of what these scriptures are really talking about, so that we can bring out the spirituality, the truth, the meat, the depth of what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is all about, and what these scriptures really mean, man. All right, so without further ado, we're going to start here in Revelations 20 and 4. All right, because you have people asking, what's this 1,000-year thing? And, a lot of people have heard about the 1,000-year period, and, some have faith in it, but we're going to go through it so that you can hopefully understand it and what it means and what it represents for us as a nation once we get our kingdom. All right, so this is Revelations 20 and 4, and it says, and I saw the thrones of them that sat, and I saw the thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Hamashiach Yahushai, all right, the men of the Lord, they came in all of their incarnations, and this was their job, and they're back here today. In times past, they were destroyed, they were killed, by our people, by the heathens, and they had their way with them, all right? And also, the apostles, man, when they came on the scene, you read about their deaths, all right? Because they were those men coming back, all right? So I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Hamashiach and the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, all right, this system, neither his image, all right, showing you that these are separate, neither had received his mark upon upon their foreheads or in their hands. All right, so these men are the men who Yahweh Bashim Yahushai have set up, who have not bowed to the image of Baal. These are those, when you read in Revelations the 14th chapter, all right, they follow the Lamb whithersoever they go. These are the men of the Lord. Okay, you have someone say it's not. That's not talking about they're not all prophets, the 144. No, the 144 are all prophets and men of the Lord, all right, who have been on this earth, incarnations, bringing this word out. Some of them will be on the chariots upon the Messiah's return. Some of them will be on the earth and be caught up with them, and we will rule and have dominion, all right? So this shows you also here that the mark of the beast is separate from the image, all right? Because you have the beast, all right, the whole system, all right, the Edomite supremacy, their economic, military, all of that, religion. This is the beast system, but the beast has an image, all right, and his image is what? Sin, going against the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. His religion, his homosexuality, bestiality, idol worship. That's his image, all right? But then he has a mark, all right? So neither of these men bowed or received any of these things. And in their previous lives, they were killed, and even some of them will be killed when all hell breaks loose and we're brought, but they're gonna get the victory upon Hamashiach's return. That's when life and death really matters. All right. It says, or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. All right. So what is this 1,000 years talking about, man? Okay. This 1,000 years is talking about the first 1,000 years of our kingdom. All right. Under, all right, the 144, all right, under Yahushua, the 144, with the head disciple, with the head of that being King David. All right, we're going to rule. We're going to set up order on the earth. So we're going to go through what's going to be happening during that time. All right, so this is Micah 4:8. It says, and thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, all right, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion, all right. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem, all right. And that's talking about the Israelites. So let's get Isaiah 1 real quick. This is Isaiah, the first chapter, and I'll go to 26, all right. It says, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. The true men of the Lord are going to be ruling on the planet Earth. The true judges of the earth are going to have say so of how the earth goes, what the people do. You see? Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. And that's under Hamashiach Yahushai. All right. It says, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. All right. Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. On such the second death, all right, nuclear fire, all is hell, have no power, man. But they shall be priests of the Most High God and of Yahushua HaMashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. All right. And then when you jump here, this 7th verse, really, when you read this chapter, it jumps. You should go from 3 to 7. Okay, because this 1,000 years is talking about a different 1,000 years when the so-called white man was in slavery under our people as the Moors. They were ruling Denmark, Luxembourg, Germany, you know, France, Spain. You can read the book Nature Knows No Color Line for that history. All right, but we're not going to get into that. So it says, let's read it again. It said, but the rest of the dead live not again till after the 1,000 years were finished. All right, these are the other nations. All right, and we're going to show you in the scriptures that this is talking about the other nations. We're going to show you that after this 1,000-year period, once Esau serves as hardcore slavery, all right, Esau will not live again. He will not have resurrection of life. All right, he will not have resurrection of life. So this 144,000, these men are going to reign with Hamashiach, and we're going to establish order back on the planet Earth. Okay, because what is Yahushua coming to do? All right, this is Revelations 2:26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works, to him to the end, to him will I give power over the nations. All right, and who was power of the nations promised to? What did the Lord say to Yahushua? Ask of me, and I will give the heathen for thine inheritance. Okay, and it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a powder, they shall be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. And how did he receive this of his Father? Okay. This is Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. All right. So that's what that's Yahushua's promise. But as the scriptures say, all right, Romans 8:17, and if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, meaning what he got coming, we got coming. Okay, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. All right. So we're going to be joint heirs with Hamashiach. And what are we going to do? We're going to rule over the heathens, all right, to him that overcometh. And the overcoming is already written. Just like the lamb was slain from the foundation of the earth, it was already written who was going to rule with him. Okay, and if you're in the spirit, you understand that those were the Alahayim, the powers in the beginning, following Hamashiach with the blueprint on how to create the elements and everything you see before you, man. Okay, so we're going to have a chance as men of the Lord to do that, all right, under the rulership, direct rulership of a Mashiach, Yahushua, and King David, and we're going to rule and set up dominion on the planet Earth, man. Okay, and we're going to rule the nations with a rod of iron. All right, this is that 1,000-year period. We're going to be ruling the nations with a rod of iron. All right, and we're going to break them. Okay. And they shall be broken as shivers, even as I have received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. And this is the message to the Israelites, the elect. So the only ones that's going to have ears to hear what I'm saying right now, what the Spirit is saying through me, all right, and through the apostles, starting with the apostles, all right, on down, you know, it's only the elect that's going to be able to receive it. So during this time, what are we going to be doing on the planet Earth? We're going to be ruling under Yahushua. And what is Yahushua coming to do? He's coming to put order back in the planet Earth. What are we going to have written in our hearts? The law, statutes, and commandments. So during this 1,000-year period, okay, we're going to clean up the planet Earth. The Lord is not going to snap his hands and the planet Earth is clean. So, all right, let's go to the next phase. What will the heathen be doing? What will we be doing? All right. Not only are we going to establish order, all right, we're going to have these nations in slavery. They're going to be our slaves. All right. And here's a quick example. All right. This is Ezekiel 9:14. And they shall sever out men of continual employment. All right. Passing through the land. So we're going to employ these nations. All right. Just like Esau employs the world right now, we're going to employ these nations, man. We're going to put their asses to work. We're going to pay them double. No, Esau is going to be paid double. And we're going to get that. All right. But the other nations, they're going to get it too. They're going to be getting their asses whooped. They're going to have to pay for their wickedness because they assisted the beast. They assisted this system. They drunk the wine and the wrath of the fornication of the so-called white man. OK, and they assisted him in his what he's trying to do, the New World Order. Right. So we're going to be beating them with a rod of iron as well. All right. But Esau, which we'll get into, he's going to pay double. He's going to catch the worst. And after that, he's going to be done away with. Why would he pay double for eternity, brothers? Ask yourself that. Why would we pay? Esau's going to pay double for eternity. And if not that, ask yourself, why would Esau be able to enjoy a righteous rulership, as we're going to show you, all right, along with the other nations, and be able to glory, all right, and be happy and see what righteousness is all about under us? That's just not feasible. It's not scriptural, and it's not going to happen, man. All right, and we're going to show you that. So once we have these, once everything is destroyed, and you know, the Israel's going to be destroyed, Babylon's going to be destroyed. That's not going to be rebuilt, but Israel, all right, as well as other parts of the world, we're going to get this concrete up. We got a lot of work that needs to be done. All right. And we're going to use all of the other nations to do the work. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months. They shall search. All right. And the passengers that pass through the land, when they see any man's bones, all right, because there's going to be bones, there's going to be people going to be burnt to a crisp, man. There's going to be all sorts of stuff, man. Then shall he set up a sign by it till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon-Gog. So, you know, this is going to be something that's happening in our kingdom. This is just a peek into how the nation, the whole world is going to be cleansed through our guideline, through our order, giving out orders to these other nations, and we're going to be whipping their backs, man. All right. Isaiah chapter 60:10. All right. And the sons of strangers shall build thy walls. All right. All right. Their kings shall minister unto thee. All right. When you minister unto someone, you're bowing unto them. You're serving them. All right. We're ministering to you right now. I'm minister unto to the nation, to the elect right now. When the apostles do those videos, they're ministering. But the other nations are going to have to minister to us in the kingdom of heaven. Let's look up this word minister real quick. All right. Sharath. All right. To minister, to serve, to minister. There you go. It's a primitive root, straight to the point. All right. So the other nations are going to minister. They're going to serve us. All right. And they are going to build. Okay. Let's look up this word build. All right. Banah. All right. To build, rebuild, establish, cause to continue, because our nation, our kingdom is going to be forever. But that first 1,000-year period under the elect, all right, under the 144 Yahweh Shai, starting with Yahweh Shai, under the Most High Yahweh, we're gonna have I'm trying to think of a word. We're gonna have the benefit, so to speak, of setting that up, man. And forever and ever, the 144 is going to be known, all right, under Yahweh Shai and King David. Those men are going to be famous. They're going to be, you think in that day, a nigga is going to be saying, I'm not worshiping no man? No, man. They're going to, our own people. There's going to be order amongst our own people, man. But getting back to this point, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, all right, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I had mercy on thee. All right. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. All right. That they not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings, all right, may be brought. Okay. Because after the nuclear destruction, as you see in this video that I posted before this one, all right, all people aren't going to die, man. There's going to be people left on the earth hiding in rocks, hiding out, scared. They're going to see those chariots. And what are we going to do? We're going to go get them out of those holes, man. And we're going to judge, man. There's going to be some of our people who are still bucking up. We go destroy them. Some who are willing to, bow and repent. We'll have mercy on. We'll have spiritual power, and we'll be able to do our thing, man. All right. But what are the kings going to be brought for? It says that their kings may be brought. All right. What are the kings going to be brought to do? All right. This is Psalms 149. All right. Psalms 149. All right. In 5. All right. Let the saints. All right. Start at 4. All right. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. So this is dealing with salvation for you people talking about the Old Testament was done away with. No, we haven't had salvation yet. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword. And why does it say on their beds? Because we're going to be in our rest. All right. We ain't going to have these worries that we have now, man. All right. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Okay. This is what their kings are going to be brought for. Watch this. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh, under the elect. All right. So what is the judgment written upon Esau? Okay. First off, all right. This is Revelations chapter 18, all right, and 6, because as we know, pursuant to Psalms 137, Isaiah 47, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 49, Esau is synonymous, Isaiah 34, with Babylon. The daughter of Babylon is Esau. That's the same. When you read judgment on Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, you're reading the judgment of Esau, the biblical Edomites. They are who run the modern day Babylon. Okay, this is Revelations 18:6. Reward her, even as she had rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. All right. So the Edomites, all right, are going to receive double. Okay. Okay, why would this be forever? And we're going to get into that. All right, according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. All right, and we, man, just imagine what these Edomites did to us. We're going to do it in righteousness, though. We ain't going to be raping your children. All right, we ain't going to be taking your wives while you're alive and raping them in front of you. No, we're going to put you to death and take your women, man. Okay, thus saith the Holy Scriptures, and we'll show you all of that, man. All right, so we're gonna reward you double, man. Okay, the other nations, all right, they ain't gonna get it as bad as you. The double is promised to the biblical Edomites, and also extermination is promised to the biblical Edomites. And let's get into it. We're gonna get Isaiah 14, and we're gonna link all this together, and hopefully, you know, just pay close attention to what these scriptures are saying, and we're gonna get through this, Lord willing. All right. So this is Isaiah, all right, chapter 14, all right, and we're going to start, all right, when you read this chapter, let's give you a quick overview, all right, this is talking about the destruction of the biblical Edomites, who what are called the king of Babylon. When you read Isaiah 14:4, and thou shalt take up this proverb, all right, against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked. Okay, you got the wicked, you got the king of Babylon. You go into the scriptures and you find out that that's the Edomites. Okay, and the scepter of the rulers, they are the ones who are ruling right now. Okay, and they're influencing the humanity and the other nations. All right, in wickedness, man. Okay. Verse, let me just get to, all right. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. Okay, so this is talking about the judgment of the Edomites, this chapter. Okay, when you go down, it goes on to call him Lucifer. He's called a few things: the king of Babylon, the wicked. Okay, and then when you go down, he calls him Lucifer. Okay, it talks about how the earth is going to be at rest once he's destroyed. All right, so when you go down here, all right, when you keep going down, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did is weaken the nations? This letting you know this is talking about an actual man. Who's that man? The king of Babylon. All right. Edomites. Read Psalms 137. It'll link it for you. Crystal clear. Okay. And when you keep going down, all right. Let's see. I'll start at here. All right. 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Okay. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? All right. And we know that's talking about Esau, his nuclear weapons, everything, man, his policy. All right. Him, period. The beast system. All right. That made the world a wilderness. And that's what he's doing. The world is becoming a wilderness, and destroy the cities, and open not the house of his prisoners. Got people in jail for life. And this whole world is a prison, man. You have to have an ID to travel. Okay. The whole planet Earth under white supremacy, Edomite supremacy, is a prison. Okay. So it says that open not the house of his prisoners. Now pay close attention here. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. All right. Meaning after these nations serve their slavery, okay, once the biblical Edomites are destroyed, okay, watch this. All the kings of the nations, all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Under what? All right, the rulership of the righteous. Okay, doesn't the scripture say, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, all right, the people mourn. Okay, so the other nations, all right, under our rule, once they see when we're going to get it all, they're going to see the judgment of Esau, and that's going to help them further want to submit. Okay, they're going to get their backs whipped, and then they're going to see the punishment of the wicked. And any nation who tries to ruin the garden, paradise, the nation that's contrary to paradise, the nation who the Lord said, let favor be showed to the wicked, which we'll get that. But let's keep reading here. Let's read this closely, and we're going to keep reading. Read it. Let's listen. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. They're going to be our slaves, but under our rulership, the crumbs that they get from us, all right, is going to be above anything that they can imagine. They're going to be able to see a righteous rulership. They're going to be able to breathe clean air, all right. They're not going to have sex with animals. They're not going to eat rats. They'll get simple at times because they're not going to have the law, statutes, and commandments, but they're going to lie in their glory. Okay, and when you look up this word nations, for anyone who wants to get simple, it's talking about the goyim, all right? All right, gawaya, all right, gawayam, the goyim, all right? You go down here, usually of a non-Hebrew people. So this ain't talking about the Israelites. It's talking about the other nations, man. Okay? And it says, but you, nigga, but thou, all right? So the nations, they're going to lie in their glory. All right? Didn't we say Revelations, all right, 20:5, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. So they're going to be able to live and have some sort of life. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, the vessels fitted to destruction, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden underfoot. Listen, brothers, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because the other nations are going to be buried. They're no longer going to rise. You see that? But they are going to have some sort of glory under our rulership. But you, nigga, you're not going to be joined with the other nations in their burial, because thou hast destroyed the land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers will not be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So they're not going to be anywhere. There's going to come a point where the Edomites won't be around, man. For I will rise up against them, all right, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will cut off from Babylon name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. Why? Because they just ain't right. They weren't made to enjoy paradise. Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. This right here is proof, all right, that Esau won't be in the kingdom forever, because the nations are going to have to learn righteousness, man. As a matter of fact, we'll get in Micah where they're going to be asking to learn our ways. Our way is going to be the end way. Yes, they will get simple, as we'll show you in Zechariah 14 briefly. They will get simple. I don't feel like going up to the holy day, because if you watching Paradise and you got all this stuff and you able to see your children, you don't have the threat of your children being raped. These other nations are going to just want to enjoy themselves. They're going to be happy to a degree. They're going to be in subject. All right. But Esau, he got to go, man. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, which is going to be the whole world under our rulership, he will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. See, the other nations are going to behold the majesty of the Lord. They're going to be like, hey, yes, they're going to submit. Submission is written in the members of the other nations. Submission is not written in the members of the biblical Edomites. So we would never be at peace. And we're going to show you. We're going to show you that, man. So going back here to Isaiah, all right, Esau ain't going to learn righteousness. The other nations are going to learn righteousness. So that's a cut right there, man. We're going to show you that the other nations are going to learn righteousness, man. But Esau will never learn righteousness. He will never submit to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's just not written in his members. Okay? but thou art cast out of thy grave. So he's not going to be joined with the other nations. Right here, verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because they're going to go down. Their dominion is going to be taken away from them. All right. But they're going to have their lives prolonged, man. They won't be on our level. All right. Either. So the Lord said he's going to cut off the remnant and son and nephew, meaning you won't have a family, man. You won't have a man walking around impregnating other Edomites after a certain amount of time. Because in the scriptures, all right, Leviticus 25, we'll go down to 40. Leviticus 25 and 45. Moreover, the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land. Begat means they're going to have children amongst us, and the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be written in our hearts. So here's a law, statutes, and commandment that we're going to practice, right? So if the Lord is going to cut off remnant and nephew and seed, how will this law be played out amongst the Edomites? Let's go. Which they shall begat in your land, and they shall be your possession, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But unto the brethren of the children of Israel you shall not rule over with vigor. So in the kingdom of heaven, all right, the other nations are going to be our possession, man. But we're going to allow them to have children. They're going to be able to live. They're going to be fruitful and multiply, just as we are going to be fruitful and multiply. Okay? They are not going to have the law, statutes, and commandments, which means we're going to judge them. You see that? But Esau is promised in the scriptures, all right, to not have, all right, a remnant. Okay? Yes, there's going to be a remnant left after the destruction. Okay? But guess what? They're going into captivity. They're going to be able to populate and do their thing. But after that 1,000 years, it's over. And we're going to show you that. All right. So going back up here, Isaiah 14 and 18, and the kings of the nations, all of them lie in glory, everyone in his house, under the rulership of the Israelites. Proverbs 11 and 10, when it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting. So all of the other nations, all right, they're going to see your judgment, all right, and they're going to be in shouting, man. They're going to be rejoicing that your wicked ass is gone, man. And also it's going to make them fear, as we'll get in Job 18, all right. So Micah, all right, 4, start at 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established on top of the mountains. What is the mountains? These other governments, these other power, they're going to be buried under our rule. Okay? All nations will be buried, but Esau ain't going to be able to be buried with the other nations after the 1,000-year period, once we have everything established. No. Okay? It shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, come. Listen to this. We just read that how the wicked will never learn righteousness. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways. Now, how do we know this ain't talking about Israelites? Because when you read, let me just get it real quick. Get simple. Hebrews 8, all right, and 10, for this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. Salakia, if I'm going fast, I'm just trying to get through it, Lord willing, this is edifying, and I'm not just, these words are just rolling off your shoulders, but hopefully you're keeping up with me. All right. There's also an option where on YouTube you can slow a video down or speed it up, so if it's too fast, you can slow it down. I think you, hold up. Here's an example to show you real quick. You go to this here, and then you go to speed. You could make it normal. You can make it faster, or you can make it slower, So that's that. All right. Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be unto them a God, and they shall be unto me a people. This covenant is only for Israel, no matter what a nigga is telling you. This covenant was always only for Israel. So Cornelius had to be an Israelite. The Gentiles had to be Israelites. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor. Hear that? And they shall not teach every man his neighbor once our kingdom is set up. Okay? Once we get glorified. And every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from least to greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, man. This is the new covenant. The law, statutes, and commandments written in our hearts. So going back here, Micah 4 and 2, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the God of Jacob. All right. Although we read in Zechariah 14, where sometimes they ain't going to want to go and we're going to judge them, this is going to be the sentiment. And he shall teach us his ways. We ain't going to have to be taught according to the new covenant in Hebrews, also Jeremiah 31, and he will walk and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. All right, let's keep going. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. This is that slavery. Okay. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares. All right. They ain't going to be fighting back after a while. Okay. There's going to be no weapons. We're going to take all of their weapons. We're going to disarm them. All right. Like a true king would do to his enemy. You ain't going to have anything to fight with. You're going to be through. And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. All right. Neither shall they learn war anymore. And the proof that the Edomites ain't going to be here is because the Lord said in Exodus. All right. The Lord said in Exodus that he will be at war with Amalek from generation to generation. Wouldn't that be in a generation if they remained in the kingdom? Now we're going to be at war with them. You know, we're going to destroy their asses and put them in captivity, you know, take their women according to the law written that's going to be written in our heart. And I think Leviticus, 10 or wherever it's at, how women are going to have to shave their heads. So yes, we're going to destroy these other nations. We're going to declare martial law on their asses, man. We're going to go to war on their asses like we were doing when we were taking over the lands on our way to the promised land, but in righteousness and its fullness. Okay. But the Lord said, for he said, because the Lord has sworn that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay. That will be a generation in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. So that's another way, you know, they ain't going to be around, because we would constantly be at war because they would never submit. Okay. The other nations are going to have their folly, but they will submit. Just like your ass stop at that stop sign. All right. The sentiment is to stop at that stop sign, but you may sometimes get, just see if I can get away with this. All right. And we're going to have the spirit on us to know you trying to go off. Esau, he tries to have the all-seeing eye, those cameras, and they send you a $75 ticket. All right. But we're going to have it all in righteousness, man. So the other nations ain't going to be able to get away with a goddamn thing. And they're going to learn from their mistakes. All right. But they're going to constantly be faced, all right, with the flesh, because they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments written in them, man. So there's going to be no war. Okay. So once there's no war, after we beat their ass, all right, verse 4 says, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree. Because the nations start with the men. It's all about the men, all right? And none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. And this all starts with the dominion of the Israelites. Okay, under the dominion of the Israelites, once the other nations pay their dues, get their asses whipped, once Esau pays his double and is destroyed, the other nations are going to glory. They're going to be rejoicing at the fact that Esau has perished. You see that? You read Isaiah 14 all the way down. The fir trees are going to be rejoicing when his ass is destroyed, man. Okay. So let's keep going. get some more scriptures. All right. Jeremiah 23:5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. That's Yahweh, man. That righteous branch out of David was Solomon. All right. But on down the line, he came back as Yahweh. All right. And what is he going to do? Under him, judgment and justice, all right, will go forth throughout the whole earth. So eventually the other nations are going to rejoice at that rulership. Esau is not going to have the pleasure of rejoicing at that rulership. Okay, let's prove it. Job 18. All right, man. Man, this is, this whole thing really, man. But I'll just start here for the sake of time. Shit, it's 11:40. All right, Job 18:16. His roots shall be dried up. All right, that abominable branch. All right, beneath and above, and above shall his branch be cut off. All right, meaning he won't have no more family line, man. Goodness gracious, what's this word branch, man? Katazah yar. All right, harvesting. All right. Process of harvesting crop, reaped, all right, branches, your seed, man. Your seed, man. All right. So just like we're likened unto an olive tree, all right, the branches broken off, that's your family line, man. It says his remembrance shall perish from the earth. Okay, you see that? And he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. Okay, what's this world here? Tabal, the world, man. Okay, the world in itself, all right, Esau is going to be chased out of it. He won't have any place there, all right? Let's keep going because we got more scriptures. I'm going to try to hurry it up, all right? He gonna be chased out of. Neither shall he have son nor nephew amongst his people. Are the scriptures lying, brothers and sisters? Are the scriptures lying? No, we're reading it. Nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Now peep this. They that come after him, which is the rest of the dead, they're gonna live, man. They that come after him after he's destroyed. All right, read it again. All right. Revelations 20:5, all right, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the word first resurrection, man. Okay, now, where were we? Job 18:20. They that come after him, all right, shall be astonished at his day. What is his day? The day that it's executed. What did we read in Psalms 149? The judgments written are going to be executed. And the judgment written for the nation of Edom is hardcore slavery, double. And man, utterly burning them up and taking them off of the planet Earth. Okay, so they that come after him shall be affrighted at his day, astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High, man. Okay, and it's not in them to know the Most High, man. They won't be in our kingdom, brothers, after the 1,000-year period. All right, point blank period. All right, we're going to keep going. All right, no, we already got that one. Let favor be showed unto the wicked. All right, Isaiah 26:10. Yet he will not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness. Okay, man. He will deal unjustly. He will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So, come on, man. All right. So this is Daniel. All right. And we're going to try to get this real quick. This is Daniel. All right. Chapter 7 and 8. All right. Because when you read this chapter, he's talking about he saw a beast. All right. Daniel 7:3, and 4 great beasts came from out of the sea, diverse from one another. All right, now there were various other empires, but these are the 4 major empires of the planet Earth, man. Okay, it's the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. Okay, the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, the Persians and the Medes. All right, after that came who? the Greeks. All right, you can read that on your own. I have a sit down on it. I'll put it in the description box if you want to watch that. But I don't want to go too far into that. And after that, it led into the Greek Empire. Okay, and we're going to read it here. This is Daniel 7:8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. All right, which is America. Okay. Because America came out of the Roman Empire. This is the last leg of the Roman Empire. Okay. This is also Revelation 17. All right. Before whom there were three. All right. The Spanish, the French, and the British. Okay. And out of the British came that little horn. Okay. He is of the seven. Okay. When you read Revelation 17, by the Revolutionary Wars, you can read about this history, the Revolutionary War. It says the first horns before him were the three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and behold, in his horns were eyes like the eyes of a man, all right, and a mouth speaking great things, all right. He's but of flesh, but he speaks great things, man. Okay, then he was given technology, he was given, left hand magic, all right, but the destruction is going to come. The Messiah's return is going to come out of the destruction of this little horn, which is America. Let's watch. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down. America is the last rulership of the heathen. Okay, and under America's rule, the nations have waxed fat, man, under the destruction and death of the biblical Israelites, spiritual death. All right. So it says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days, which is the Most High Yahweh, his years can't be searched out. He is before time. All right. We're based upon time. All right. Even Yahushua has a beginning, but the Most High has no beginning, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head is like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire, the chariots. Okay. Let's watch this. And a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. All right. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him. All right. And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him, and judgment was set, and the books were open. All right. The chariots, man. It says, and I beheld. All right. Then because of the voice of the great words which the horn has spake, America, the transgenderism, children being taught by the trannies, wickedness at an all-time high. Daniel is beholding this in his vision. All right. He's seeing the destruction of America. And I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. And that's going to be the nuclear destruction. The chariots coming back. We read about that, in 2 Edums 13. Here's the point. As concerning the rest of the beast, all right, this beast, his end is destruction. All right. As concerning the rest of the beast, they had their dominion taken away, meaning they're going to be buried. Okay, they're going to be buried, as the scriptures say. What's this? Isaiah 14. All right. And 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed the land and slain thy people, and the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. All right, the other nations are going to have their glory under the Israelites. Okay, just like in Esau's kingdom, you got LeBron James, you got niggas who have some sort of glory, although it's all tainted and it's bullshit in his left hand. In his kingdom, that's some form of glory. You get crumbs off of the table of the rich man, basically. But in our kingdom, all right, it's going to be in righteousness. As concerning the rest of the beast, all of the other nations, they had the dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season in time. All right. They're not going to live forever. All right. They're not going to have the law, statutes, and commandments, but their lives are going to be prolonged, man. Okay. Let's look up this word prolonged. Okay. Yahab. All right. To give, to provide, to give, to be given, to be paid. All right. We're going to give them. All right. It says to give, to provide, to ascribe, to give. All right. To ascribe, to grant, to permit. All right. So we're going to permit them life. All right. They're going to be able to live. We're going to permit them to be living on the planet Earth under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in the 144 and the rest of our nation on the planet Earth. They're gonna be permitted life. Okay, so their lives are gonna be prolonged for a season in time, man. Okay, but Esau, he's gonna be utterly destroyed, man. Okay, here you go. Let's read it again. Isaiah 14 and 18. All the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, even everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave. You're going to be buried. Like, you're not going to be able to be buried like the other nations. You're going to be cast out. You're going to be chased out of the world like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those who are slain. Okay, you jump down to 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them. All right, who's the them? The other nations, the kings of the nations that are going to be lying in their glory. They're going to be happy that you're gone, man. Okay, so you shall not be joined with them in Bura, because thou hast destroyed the land. So prepare slaughter for his children, cut off the remnant of Babylon, and so forth. All right, man. Man, this is beautiful. This is let me get this. This is 2 Samuel 4 and 11. How much more when a wicked man hath slain a righteous person in his own house upon his own bed? And this is what you did, man, to the Israelites. Shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand and take you away from the earth? And that's what the Lord is going to do, man. You're going to be taken away from the earth, man. Psalms 21 and 10. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. Okay? For they intended evil against thee. What's the evil? The New World Order, to set up a system totally contrary to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and promote it to even children, man. Satan's kingdom, man. The chip taking over humanity and taking mankind and animals and making them into what you want. All right, no other nation has done this, man. The other nations are doing it now, but they're doing it under your rule. Okay, you see, because let's get Revelations 14 real quick. Revelations 14. All right, I mean Revelations 18. Revelations 18, all right, in 9, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, all right, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. This is before they get put in slavery. This is what they're going to see, Babylon being destroyed, and they're going to be put into captivity, man, because they made money with this whore off of the ignorance of the Israelites, man. Revelation 11 goes into that. Okay? So they have intended wicked against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, the New World Order, which they were not able to perform. All right? Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. All right? But be thou exalted, Yahweh, in thy own strength. So we will sing praise to thy power. We're singing praise to our power, because he's going to destroy the fruit of the wicked from off the earth, man. I mean, how much more do we need? I mean, I got a lot of scriptures, but I'm going to pretty much end it off here in a minute. Let's see. This is when in the Maccabees, when the Greeks were torturing those children in front of their mother. And this is one of the men, what he said to the Edomite. All right, 2 Maccabees 7 and 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High to be raised up again by him. Right? Resurrection, the reincarnation. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection of life. Esau ain't gonna, these, like the other nations, are gonna live and be able to enjoy a righteous rulership, why would the wicked of the earth be able to enjoy a righteous rulership? The Edomites. Have you looked at them lately? Have you seen what their energy does? Have you? I mean, come on, man. And I want to keep going, but I'm gonna stop there because it's gonna be 12 o'clock. I'm gonna stop right there, man. Hopefully y'all are edified. You know, if brothers don't get particular points, you know, just hit me up on the comment board, and Lord willing, we can, you know, get you to understanding through the Spirit. But, you know, hopefully y'all are edified, man. You know, it's gonna be beautiful, man. I mean, we're gonna get our kingdom. We're gonna have the other nations, and we're gonna show them how to live. Like the scripture saying, Deuteronomy, you know, nations are gonna look at us and see righteousness, the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. So I may do a part 2 on this, you know. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, the house of David. Shalom.